Hello YouTube, welcome to Ali Heart Science. Today we're going to talk about love. Now, for those who don't know what that is, this is love. Very interesting work done. I'm very pleased to be working with her. This is not love. I do like her. This is the question. Love, as we know it, can it be explained by our brains? It's a fascinating idea that when you fall in love, all of the intricacies and the beauty of it could be reduced to a single chemical. The chemical that was given this kind of moniker by the media generally was oxytocin. The chemical, if you have it, you're in love, if you don't, you're a sad, miserable wreck. The idea is that oxytocin, when released into your brain, makes you fall in love. Imagine what you could do. I mean, it's like having an actual love potion. Where did this oxytocin thing come from? Because you can't go around taking humans off the street and going, "Hi, you want to be in love? Because I can try and make it happen, get the needle and put it in him." So we need to find a way of studying this that's not in humans. So what they got was the cutest animal they could find. It's a prairie vole. It's a little tiny vole, little voly face and big eyes. And what it does is it mates for life. So it's a good husband, it's a caring lover. The meadow vole is not. He's a bastard. There seemed to be more oxytocin in the brains of the female prairie voles than in the brains of the bastard voles. Now, if they put in a special chemical which stops oxytocin working into the female prairie voles, then they became the bastard voles. So you've got to ask yourself, how did they tell that the voles were in love? Was there little vole poetry being written in the corner? So what do voles do which could be seen as being in love? And what they do is they huddle. They huddle next to each other. Maybe that's love. Maybe they just wanted to be warm. And I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm not saying it's right. Just remember, we're looking in voles here. What a vole? A vole is not a human. They're far, far cuter. Dopamine is really, really important in the whole thing as well. Dopamine does reward, and you have to have dopamine working in the brain at the same time as your oxytocin, otherwise you don't get love. So suddenly, it's become twice as complicated. It's not just oxytocin, you have to have dopamine involved as well. And as soon as you bring dopamine in, dopamine projects to pretty much everywhere, so it's kind of like it's all over the brain, like your whole brain is involved in love. So suddenly, it's not simple, everything is happening all at once. This age of neuroscience, when it's very, very kind of trendy to bring things down to individual genes and individual chemicals, people will try and argue it to make it seem like it's really, really simple, but actually the process is involved huge and far-reaching. The message is, how much do you believe that? Are you a prairie vole? I don't have the answer. If you want to know more, if you want to see me and Umesh actually act out the entire prairie vole study as prairie voles, shout me down at the bottom. I'm gone. It's a pleasure. I'll see you next time.
Well, there's a difference between love and sex, isn't there? Because love encompasses much more than that. Bound to be attracted to our own species most of the time, sometimes horses.